how's it going? Summer Games Done Quick. My name is Ruby Hart, and I am so excited to be here with bloodthunder, who is going to be running 2 games this marathon.
Yes.
So you not only are running BioShock 2, you're also running Amnesia Rebirth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite different games, but...
Yeah, very different, but both very atmospheric horror suspense. So I feel like in that they're united.
Yes, and they're both incredibly broken.
Okay, I'm going to ask about that in a minute, but before that, one of the big things I wanted to ask about is you speedrun all 3 of the BioShock games.
Yes.
And I knew you speedrun this Amnesia. Everyone that I have talked to when it comes to getting into speedruns is a little different. Some people approach it with the lore and the casual story and fall in love with that, then speedrun. Other people just dive straight in. So how did you approach these 2 games?
I picked up speedrunning with Portal back in late 2011, so I've been around for a while. And it just, once I picked that up, I just realized I love mechanics in games. Story, plot, atmosphere is great. It makes casual playthroughs great. But anytime I look at a game, I just look at the mechanics, and I'm like, this seems fun to mess with. And I'm just going to keep doing that, so.
So seeing how you can break a game in half, and okay, awesome.
It's like if you're a kid and you take all your electronics apart and put them back together. It's like, I want to know how it works, why it works. Don't really care how it looks.
Absolutely. So with these 2 games, you said that they're both very broken, but in different ways. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and like what we can kind of expect to see with these runs?
Amnesia Rebirth is your kind of classic clip out of bounds, prop hovering stuff, which we'll see later on in the week. Pretty fun stuff. BioShock has very interesting tech. You might have seen a glimpse of it at AGDQ when I did BioShock 1. It has a lot of very similar tech, but it's much harder to do in this game.
So like grabbing bodies, using them to fly through walls. Yeah.
Yeah, splicer surfing is one heck of a trick. I can't really explain it, but if you tune in, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when we get there.
Absolutely, and everyone just keep in mind, the BioShock 2 run is going to be taking place right after the next run, which is Elder Scrolls Anthology. Now, getting just a little more into this. So I know you said that there are some similarities between BioShock 1, BioShock 2. What are some of the big differences between the other BioShock games that we've seen? So BioShock 1, BioShock Infinite, the other games you speedrun, and this game?
1 and 2 are very similar. They're just the same tricks done differently. Infinite is completely different in how it works. Mechanics are completely changed. Movement, weapons, it's just completely a whole new set of tricks had to be found for that. They're really fun to do. Actually, on a GDQ hotfix a couple weeks ago, I got the record for the whole trilogy run 1, 2, and Infinite.
Nice, that's awesome.
But since then, and a little plug for BioShock 2, since then we found about 10 minutes of time saves for BioShock 2, so I have to go back after this and go for sub 3 hours in that.
That's incredible. So there's a ton of development happening. Is it a really active community for BioShock 2 since there's already that much time save?
It wasn't until about a month ago.
Okay.
BioShock 2 is kind of like the black sheep of the family. Nobody really likes it too much from a casual perspective. There's some diehard fans out there. And it was kind of the same for the speedrun. It wasn't really broken. People didn't look for tricks, so it's kind of stagnated. And with it getting into SGDQ, and I revisited it, kind of piqued up some interest, and then stuff was found, and other runners came from BioShock 1 over. They're like, hey, you know, I like that game. Let me try this one.
Yeah.
And it's been a real community effort, for sure.
That's incredible. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing the runs, both of BioShock and of Amnesia. So everyone, please make sure to tune in. Amnesia Rebirth is going to be a little bit later this week, but stick around right after the Elder Scrolls Anthology run when bloodthunder is going to be running BioShock 2. Can everyone please give a hand?
Woo! Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah!
And thank you so much.
Speedrunner is pretty great at games, right? And now we actually have our wonderful friend Sent with a little bit of prizes that are related to the BioShock series.
Hey, Ruby. Yeah, no, I figured I'd come join you two on the couch because I've got a couple of prizes here that I think you all are really going to appreciate. So first off, we have this lovely isometric arcade-themed BioShock print here. Let's hold it out for the audience. This comes to us from RecTech.exe, who has done all kinds of absolutely lovely 3D isometric stuff for us in the past. I mean, it's so cool, as you can see on the camera here. It's like a plasmid insertion machine, and it says, no gods or kings, only man. Prove your worth. Are you a man or a parasite? Like, it's super thematic to BioShock. It looks so cool. Big fan of it, and only a $10 minimum donation, so make sure to get your donations in before the end of that BioShock 2 run coming up a little later. We also have, from our good friend Caroline Design, who's done a couple of absolutely fantastic paintings for us in the past.
It's upside down.
Incredible. You know what? Par for the course. That's another one. Put it on the tally mark.
Here, you get those corners. I'll get these.
I'll get the corners. There we go. We got this lovely BioShock poster from Caroline Design, $15 minimum donation, an incredible amount of detail in it. You can head over to gamesdonequick.com to check out a picture of it that is not curling up into a poster or under our very bright studio lights and reflecting everything. I promise you, the design is absolutely fantastic. Look at it shimmer. There we go. Yeah, you can see the jellyfish. You can see the Big Daddy. You can see the City of Rapture there. Just an absolutely fantastic.
It's like I'm playing the game.
It's gorgeous. 10 out of 10 can confirm.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I know before the segment, we were actually talking about how much you two wanted to get one of these. And you could. $15 minimum donation. Get them in before the end of that BioShock run coming up. Also wanted to spotlight the Intel Desk Mat collection that we have going all day today. It's a $50 singular donation. We've got them actually right here on the front of our main stage, if we can get a shot of them. There we go. Yeah, 17 different designs from the Artist Series by Intel. They are fantastic. There are so many great options for a desk mat. I'm actually using one of them myself. So I found a design that I really gelled with. I'll probably bring that down a little later tonight. Get that $50 in if you haven't. Get that $250 in if you haven't cumulatively throughout the event yet, so you can be entered into our grand prizes. And as always, if you're curious about anything going on at Games Done Quick, you can head over to the website. If you're not there already, click the links below the stream. They're going to get you there. You can check out all the upcoming speed runs that we have in the marathon. We've got quite the afternoon coming up.
Oh, yeah.
With all the Elder Scrolls games, the BioShock, Signalis. We've got so many cool Western-style RPGs for you to watch. You don't want to miss a minute of them. We've got so many great incentives that you can put your donations towards, because remember, you don't have to specifically donate for the prizes. And, of course, we've got so many amazing prizes. You can check them all out there. But right now, we're going to send you back up to the front to my good friend and one of the best hype men I know, Covert Muffin, as we get ready for the Elder Scrolls. Muffin, can you make some noise for us?
All right, let's do it, Sen. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick, live from Minneapolis, powered by Twitch. My screen name is Covert Muffin, and I'm going to be leading the hosting station for the next 2 runs. That being said, oh yeah, I hear you out there. And my favorite part about this, chat, is that we don't have one Skyrim run, right? We don't have one Oblivion run, one Morrowind run. No, we have 5 entire games from the Elder Scrolls anthology that are going to be run side by side by none other than Chronos. And that being said, we could add another one on there. We are just $6,450 away from being able to meet that incentive. Do you believe we can get there, audience? Yes. And that being said, it's not just you folks. We got a $2,000 anonymous donation. And they say we must complete this anthology. I couldn't agree more, Anonymous. Thank you so much for that generous donation. That is all going to an excellent cause. And in fact, that cause is none other than Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is an independent international organization that offers medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. Over the past 5 decades, MSF has grown from a group of a few hundred volunteers to an international movement, providing over 10 million medical consultations in more than 70 countries every year. MSF's core values of humanitarianism, independence, neutrality, and impartiality continue to drive their work in providing life-saving aid to people whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe. Primarily primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. Doctors Without Borders, thank you so much for everything you do around the world, and we are proud here at Summer Games Done Quick 2023 to have raised over $376,000 within just the first few days of the marathon. That is so incredible. All right, we do have so many donations coming in. Make sure that when you send in those donations that you end up clicking on that Red Guard Run incentive to be able to make sure that they indeed go through in order to be able to force Kronos to have to stay up on stage for a little bit longer. Heck yeah. All right, speaking of donations, we have we have $10 from Imperial City Guard that says, "Stop right there, criminal scum, and donate for a Red Guard." Okay, Imperial City Guard, please don't yell at me. Oh, good. We also have $20 from Bonsai that says, "GDQ and MSF rule. Chief or chef? Donation goes to the Halo 3 bonus game?" Indeed, yeah, so after Elder Scrolls Anthology, it's gonna be none other than BioShock 2 run by bloodthunder. But then after that, we could indeed see another bonus game to extend the duration that our folks are gonna be speedrunning in this marathon. Currently, we are sitting at $21,170.91 out of a required amount to hit of $77,777. So that being said, over the next 3 hours, we are going to be looking to try and close that out so we can see an amazing Halo run. And I have to tell you, chat, Halo 3 is one of my favorite speed games in that entire anthology. All right, we also have a $25 donation from Stanjo that says, "Not even last night's storm could wake you. They say we've reached Morrowind. Now jump to Red Mountain and avoid these pesky cliff racers." Stanjo, thank you so much for the $25. That is all going to charity. Not only that, but that is, I imagine, going to be helping us out, be able to close that Red Guard run. And wow, Twitch chat, look at that. We are just less than $6,000 from being able to hit that. And indeed, we have 2 hours, but you know what? I would love to just close that out even before we got started. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, we have $50 from the player Luke that says, "I can't wait for the Elder Scrolls Anthology run. Shout out to the wonderful hosts blessing us with their gorgeous voices." Heart. That's so sweet of you, player Luke. You know what? You have a gorgeous voice as well. I've never heard it, but trust me, I can just tell. I can just tell. And you know what? I can't wait for the Elder Scrolls Anthology. And we are just currently continuing to get set up on that. Anthology runs definitely have a lot to do behind the scenes in order to get set up. But don't worry, Twitch chat. I'm here to keep you company. Heck yeah, Raw Dog. We have $50 from Tanku that says, "Hail to you runners of speed, who run for those in times of need. We watch online, watch from afar, run after run, star after star. Hail to you, runners of speed, donations in our hearts you lead. Hats off to skills and games now shown, do not hold back till minds are blown." Indeed, I'm so excited. Like, I don't know how many of you in Twitch chat have ever seen an Elder Scrolls speedrun, but each one is incredibly unique and it shows off some really, really cool speed tech. So knowing the caliber of runner that Kronos is, I am just so looking forward to that. Especially if we can close out that Red Guard run. We are so close to being within $5,000, closing 75% of the way to be able to close out that incentive of $20,000 total to be raised for MSF. Woo! I hear you out there. And I also hear this donation. We have Yoda EXC that says, "We can do it. Let's get that Red Guard run." Heck yeah, Yoda. Let's go. We have a $50 donation from Cyto Babe that says, took the week off work to watch the marathon with my husband and having the time of our lives. Best of luck to all the runners and all the love to the cutest dang chat around, heart. Shout out to you, Cyto Babe. Indeed. Cute chat's cute. What can I say? We have $50 from M the Marvelous that says, covert muffin? Wah ha ha. Thank you so much for that donation. $250 from Work Metaphor. That is an awesome screen name. I'm sorry. That is a great screen name. And they say, borders, where we're going, we need no borders. Indeed, we don't, because Doctors Without Borders is working actively all around the world in order to be able to help people in need. It's incredible. And every single dollar, every single dime that ends up getting raised here during this week at SGDQ is indeed going to Doctors Without Borders. That being said, it doesn't have to be a massive donation. It does not have to be that big $250 donation from Work Metaphor. Indeed, in fact, the grand majority of our donations are those small amounts, right? Minimum donation of $5 to be able to help contribute to an amazing cause. So just go ahead and send in a donation if you're able, right? Do you have $5 to spare? I certainly do. So I am going to be sending in that $5 at the very minimum to be able to help out such an amazing cause, right? $5 can just buy 20 medications to prevent and treat postpartum hemorrhage. That's incredible. It could even do for treatment secure adult patients from malaria, right? Life-saving medicine. And that's what Doctors Without Borders is looking to try and utilize the funds that are coming in through this marathon to just help those people in need. So thank you so much to everybody who has donated so far. And I am so excited to see how much money we can raise. That being said, we are so fortunate to be sponsored by the Yeti. The Yeti, they create amazing merch, apparel, and vinyl for video games and pop culture. They have official merch supporting For the Games Done Quick events since 2011. Over $2 million donated to GDQ charities over the year that we have been running the marathons. A portion of the purchase price from all items in the SGDQ 2023 collection will indeed be donated directly to Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like some sick swag, go over to www.theyeti.com. Once again, that's www.theyeti.com. Yeti, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you folks on site here at the marathon. And we are so fortunate to have you sponsoring our event. Thank you. We have a $250 donation from Siaso that says, Siaso here, just want to help with my donation. I wish everyone a great event. Kronos, I wish you a great run. Donation goes to Halo 3 because that was part of my childhood. P.S. Hi, Muffin. Hey, Siaso. Thank you so much for the donation. That's so incredible. And indeed, we are just $50,000 away from being able to close out that Halo 3 bonus game. And that is going to be coming up not after the entire Elder Scrolls anthology, but also after we get to see bloodthunder break down some amazing BioShock 2. So we certainly do have 3 hours for that, but we only have until the end of the Elder Scrolls anthology run to be able to close out that Redguard run donation incentive. So we are just over $4,000. Chat, you've been doing such an amazing job being able to contribute to that. So make sure when you go ahead and send in a donation to click on that Redguard Run donation incentive. All right, that being said, but everybody out there in the audience, are you hyped for Elder Scrolls? Take it away, Kronos.